Yeah, I got the game all in my hand. Ooh, yeah.
Hello, and you are now tuned in to the only universe mode that matters. I am Christian.
And I'm Jesse.
And we are back. We are back, and we are back with Monday Night Raw. And it is about to be a show and a half, ladies and gentlemen. We have a stellar card for you tonight, including something that has been missing for far, far too long, and that is ladies tag team action. We got Damage Control going up against a new kinda team tonight, but also we got Kurt Angle versus Tyler Bate coming up next, and in the main event, it's only right, we got main event Jey Uso versus Kofi Kingston. I can't wait for this card. In general, Jesse, we are off the heels of a Summerslam grandioso of a pay-per-view. 3 parts. A lot has happened. I'm sure we'll talk all about it as the show goes on. But for right now, for Monday Night Raw, we have some time until we see another pay-per-view. Up next is Jesse's pay-per-view. I don't know if you thought of the name yet. We'll talk about that soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll announce it during SmackDown.
Oh, okay. So you got to tap into SmackDown for that announcement. And then after that, we got Clash of Champions, which is going to be all of our champions facing off head-to-head, brand versus brand. So I'm going to have some just kick-ass matches on Monday Night Raw moving forward. This will be the only Raw in the next 4 weeks that doesn't have the title on the line. And we're going to see a lot happening on Monday Night Raw over the course of the next few weeks. And today, we got a debut of a team, kinda. I mean, I called them the Way, and I gave them the Way entrance just because it was the easy thing to do, Jess. But Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, they are very, very familiar with each other. Familiar in this game. Well, I can't say this game, but in our series, they've been Universe Mode champions in the past.
Yeah, they've never lost the titles.
Last year they had it, right? At WrestleMania.
They had the championships. I'm pretty sure probably more than half of the season, Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae had the championships for a very, very long time, and Candice LeRae wasn't in the game to start off, so those tag team championships were vacated, and they are now held by Toxic Attraction over on SmackDown. So Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae trying to get back what they once had.
Yeah, Jess, and Damage Control, they've actually had a shot at the titles this year. They are currently 1-2, I believe. I know it got weird in the beginning of the season where they went up against Blackheart, but also I don't think Blackheart was the correct team they should have been going up against. So something happened. I would have to go back and double check, Jesse, but they are 1-2. They've had 3 matches, and I'm trying out a new combination here tonight. I'm checking out Bayley, and who is currently in real life the women's champion, Io Sky. We got Dakota Kai supporting on the sidelines, and you know we're always gonna root for Dakota Kai. Shout out to Billy Hardcore Gamer. But we want to put a champion in Damage Control, and it's gonna happen here. At least it's gonna start here tonight with Bayley and Io. As we're already seeing Bayley, Io Sky, I'm sorry, going crazy in the corner. Jess, it's been a little bit. How you feeling, man? You had a birthday. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, it was last week. It was a good time. Went to a hibachi place a little bit from me. Had some good food. Went to the bar. Had a good time with friends. Don't remember half of it, but I mean that's what. And a nice Spanish fly there from Io. That's what birthdays are for. You know, to have fun, be with your family, friends, have a good time, and wake up with a headache the next morning. So. But yeah, birthday was cool. The actual day of my birthday, my brother and his girlfriend came up, had food. Food, ice cream cake, some peanut butter brownies. A good time, just kind of relax on a Sunday, watch football, and kind of just recover from the prior day.
I wish you gave yourself the day to do so, Jess. Well, I'm excited we get to hang out a little bit tonight. I think we're going to watch some wrestling after this, so we'll see how that goes, and we can re-celebrate, Jesse. We can re-celebrate a little bit for tonight. But anyways, glad to hear everything's going well. Let's talk about the state of WWE, though. This is what it's about. We got the champion in the ring right now with Io Sky. I know she just got something announced recently. It was with the triple threat, right?
Yeah, I feel like that was like a last maybe minute decision from Triple H. I did not think Io Sky was gonna defend Charlotte and Asuka. So that's kind of scary if you ask me, because like, does Io like lose the title? I don't think she will, but like, once you're going in the ring with, you know, 2 former champions and 2 great superstars in Asuka and Charlotte, anything is possible. But I do believe that Io will defend that championship. She'll beat Charlotte, and she will beat Asuka, and she'll, you know, still be the women's undisputed champion, as we all hope, because there's going to be a story there between the rest of Damage Control, probably around Rumble, WrestleMania season. Maybe it's Io versus Bayley versus Dakota at WrestleMania, a little triple threat match for the championship. That's something I would love to see. But it all depends on what Triple H has in the meantime of like building up Io to defend that championship for a while. But let's just all hope and pray that Io doesn't lose that belt to either Charlotte or Asuka, because they've had their moments a lot.
I don't think. I think honestly it's set up in a triple threat match almost as a way so Io can get a win while kind of maybe even protecting those other 2. Because, you know, Charlotte needs protection, of course. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't see her losing, and I would hope she doesn't. Is that happening at Fastlane?
Yeah, it just got confirmed, I believe, this morning or last night on SmackDown. Yeah, I watched SmackDown a little bit. John Cena has a match against, obviously, Solo and Jimmy.
Reverso Bailey.
LA Knight is going to be his new partner now. They wrote off AJ Styles because they're saving that match for Crown Jewel.
For Dubai?
Saudi. Saudi. And that's going to be Roman versus AJ Styles. That's going to be a classic match. I loved their matches when AJ Styles first came into the WWE. It's been a long time since they've had a match. So I'm excited to see them go at it once again, and Indy Hartwell is there for me there.
Yeah, that was. Well, I'm glad we don't get many tag team finishers off these days, so I was glad I was able to do so. A little disappointed I wasn't able to play a little bit smarter of offense. I'm excited for a lot of what's to come for WWE, Jesse, including something that happened in the women's division recently this week. We got to talk about it. I wonder if she'll make a 2K debut this year. That would be an interesting thing to see.
Yeah, that's possible. I'm curious to see when she actually debuts, because she already said something on via Twitter or something like towards Charlotte, and I believe it was Bayley, and I believe another superstar. I think Becky Lynch as well. Pretty much just saying like that, like she's obviously with the company now. Like they better watch their backs. Blah blah blah. The money match with Jade Cargill is definitely Belair.
I was talking about Nia Jax.
Oh, I know. I definitely know you weren't.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
I know we talked about that last time.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, no one is excited about Nia Jax. But Jade Cargill, on the other hand,
not like most girls, Jesse.
I'm gonna be honest. If Jade Cargill is on Monday Night Raw, squash Nia Jax, and then everyone will forget that Nia Jax came back. That would be great for her. But I don't think that happens, because obviously the state of what Rhea and Nia Jax are probably going to have a feud for, probably say at least 2-3 months. And then Rhea goes on from there and hopefully goes against like Becky Lynch or somebody cool. That would be great to see, but that's probably not going to happen until, I would probably say, at least Survivor Series or Royal Rumble season. But in the meantime, Rhea will be busy with Nia. But Jade Cargill, obviously being in the WWE, is a massive deal. The matches she can have with, you know, Bianca Belair.
Ooh. Oh! Talk to me about it, Jesse.
I thought you were going to hit me with Spanish Fly. Indy Hartwell defending here, and she gets it.
Nice.
But yeah, the money match with Jade Cargill is definitely Bianca. Her versus Rhea interests me a lot. Her versus Bayley, her versus Charlotte. And, you know, really anyone in the top of that division. Her versus Becky Lynch. I'm excited because she's actually a really good athlete. She's very strong, kind of like Bianca Belair, and I'm excited to see what Triple H does with her because she was in AEW. What does the WWE do for Jade Cargill that Tony Khan didn't do in AEW is the real question. So, just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, and I'm excited for it. I'm gonna be real with you. Don't know if I've ever really seen a Jade Cargill match.
I've watched definitely a handful.
I don't know if, I mean, we've seen a few AEW events together. I don't know if it happened on that. Every time I watch an AEW event, I gotta be real with you.
Oh, dude.
It's like 15 matches. It's hard to remember everybody I watch.
Yeah. I think they've gotten better with that, though, truthfully.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a while since I've like seen like a whole pay-per-view, though. It's been probably since like their last like All In or whatever their big show was. Oh. Not the Wembley one. I didn't get a chance.
Yeah, I watched a few matches.
I also think there was a time difference for that too, which played a part. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. It's crazy because it's a weird. Like, I'm used to well, I guess I was used to, you know, the big indie signings or the big New Japan star coming over, or even AJ Styles. That was, you know, from TNA, obviously, Mr. TNA himself. Hold on. I gotta focus on this for a second.
Signature now?
Bailey, just make sure you're watching me here. Okay, this is a pin.
That's a signature now. I kind of don't like the way that. It's a weird move for Kansas LeRae. One and a kick out.
That would have been a tough one. Okay.
Indy Hartwell has my back. Io Sky rolls out. Smart.
But yeah, this is like and Dakota Kai getting up. This is like the first,
Oh, and Io Sky rolls out of the way. And Dakota Kai really distracting Kansas here.
That's bullcrap.
And it worked in a way. Kind of getting.
Let's go!
Ooh.
Middle of the ring!
That could be it.
That could be. Where's Indy Hartwell? Where's Indy Hartwell? She should be on the ground. Bailey was the one standing in the middle of the ring. Let's go! Damage control!
Wow. I guess Indy Hartwell was still down there. I could have sworn that.
I took care of her right before I hit that move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Making sure Indy Hartwell is down and the invisible tag team.
I love everything about this scene right now, Jesse, because it's showing you a lot. It's showing Dakota Kai's impact that she can have, not even in the match, on the side, where she can play a part. And now Damage Control not only gets their record even, but they look good. I'm not going to say the championship worthy yet, but I want to revitalize this women's tag team division, and it's going to have to start with them. I was really interested to see what an older pillar of my tag team scene like Candice and Indy can do, and I still think there's a future for them. Probably have them go up against Kaden and Chance next, or I gotta rethink that what the name is. Kaden Chance, Kaden Carter, Chance Carter,
Kaden Carter.
Kaden Carter and Chance something. I know I have them, and I know that I think I had them go against Damage Control earlier this year. I do want to put together new women's teams. We saw the combination of Becky and Roxanne at one point this season. It didn't really connect just yet, but could be, you know, a little prosperous team to come. Also, we've seen BWA in tag team matches. Ronda Rousey right now is still in the midst of her championship, you know, opportunities. So
yeah, she has that rematch really soon.
But yeah, actually, really soon, Jesse, as in next week. Yeah, Ronda Rousey will get her rematch clause next week against my new Raw Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. And I don't want no distractions. I don't want Baszler to get in the way. I don't want Judgment Day to get in the way. And something about these two women, they yell steel cage to me. And we're going to get that match in the main event in a steel cage. Ronda Rousey, Rhea Ripley, part 2 this season, but really part 3 in their little trilogy of matches that they've been in. So excited to see how this one ends up. And that's going to be next week. Right now, let's talk about what's up next. And that's Kurt Angle and Tyler Bate. So let's get to it.
I'm surprised this isn't for me. Just hearing that roll off your tongue is just like, where's my popcorn?
Well, grab it. Get ready. Put it in the microwave. Hit the little popcorn setting, and by the time that they come out, we'll be here. Let's do it. And I mean, Jesse said it could be the main event of this evening, but it's going to be the co-main event, and it's going to star the Olympic gold medalist, the Hall of Famer, the one, the only, Kurt Angle. And we do see him partnered up there with Chad Gable, his protege of the season thus far. A team that has been pretty fun to use, and they're going to have a bright future. But right now, Kurt Angle is trying to get a win. He got a win, you know, with Team Angle, but he's trying to get a W in the left column because currently he's 0-1. He didn't go too far in my tournament. He got knocked out of the first round. I might be able to actually tell you who he might have faced. Give me 1 second. Let me
think he lost to Finn Balor.
Kurt Angle lost to Big E first round.
Oh.
Wow. So,
I don't even remember that.
A hard competitor, and he obviously took an L, and we'll actually see Big E a little later in the main event. Not fighting, but, on the side. But a man who also needs a W in that left column is Tyler Bate. The guy is usually greatness. Every season he holds gold, and he's usually paraded with gold. So far this season, he hasn't been able to even get a W, Jesse. He lost to Wes Lee, and who did he lose to the very, very first match? It might have been Kevin Owens. I would have to go back in the record books that, ironically, I have right in front of me.
I remember this. This is definitely like the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him.
No, he's 0-2.
Okay.
He's 0-2. He lost to Wes Lee, and I would have to really scroll and find who he might have lost to elsewise. I can't find his first loss, but I'm not going to type right now. Too busy. Got my hands on the controller, Jesse. But yeah, Tyler Bate, Kurt Angle.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Do I got to say more? Let's wrestle. I'm Tyler Bate, man.
And I'm Kurt Angle.
Jess, I know. Let me actually finish what I wanted to say about Jade, because this feels like, I guess Cody was the first one, but Cody was an established act in WWE prior. This feels like the beginning of a different type of era, and obviously it is, because Endeavor and new management and all the other things that goes into it. But it really did feel like AEW was almost like the proving grounds in this scenario, because Jade Cargill pretty much is going from the minors to the majors. And you can prefer AEW over WWE. I might half-heartedly even agree with you. But regardless, just of feeling, the way that they're making Jade Cargill feel coming into this is like
a big deal.
Yeah, she's in the major leagues now, and she's ready to play. And what a move from Tyler Bate.
I think the last time we've gotten a lot of hype out of a woman debuting in the WWE was Ronda.
That could be very true.
Yeah.
So
her debuting with WWE, her working with another promotion, and AEW is a big deal for her. And I'm excited because I think she brings a lot to the plate. She brings a lot of athleticism, and it's not like she doesn't know her way around a ring or like a promo or being a dominant character or stuff like that. Like, she worked in a different promotion and only had 2 losses in the 4 years that she was with the promotion. So that's kind of a...
Who'd she lose to? Do you know?
Chris Statlander twice.
Who the hell is that?
She's currently the new TBS world champion.
Oh, and Tyler Bate hitting Kurt Angle with something he's very familiar with.
But over the span of 4 years, for her to only lose twice, obviously they thought of her in a very, big positive way for them. So only imagine what Triple H and the rest of the WWE thinks of her, and her working with, the big guns like Bayley, Charlotte, Becky, Bianca, people like that. I'm like I said, I'm very excited to see what Triple H does and where he goes with Jade Cargill, because it seems to me that they're making a big signing out of, a big deal out of her signing, because it was a multi-year deal, and I'm just excited to see where it goes from here. I'll even say it now, I think she should debut with the Street Profits. That's just me. Her be with Ford, her be with Lashley, Angelo Dawkins. That could be the trigger to her feuding with Bianca, because Montez Ford is the husband. Just thinking Triple H.
And when you first mentioned it to me, I did like the idea in concept. Do you think she maybe should start off even bigger than that, though? Is that like almost putting a ceiling on her too soon, or not quite?
I think her being in a faction is a great way for her to debut. She learns with an experienced wrestler like Lashley. Ford and Angelo Dawkins have been in the main roster for 4 or 5 years now. I think that's her way in, and just really go from there.
I'll be interested to see how she debuts. I guess the better question right now, Jesse, is when does she debut?
I think it might be next weekend.
Wow. You think that early? In what capacity?
maybe doing something with Charlotte.
Okay. I'll be interested to see where they... Oh, and a quick get up for Kurt. These two are going at it, Jesse.
Yeah, the only reason I say that is because
let's go, Bate!
She said
let's go, Bate!
towards Charlotte and Bailey on Twitter. So I'm very curious to see if, you know, she follows through with that and, you know, it's not just all talk on Twitter. She, you know, kind of has something where Charlotte could be protected, like, in a way, like you said. And she gets distracted by Jade Cargill or something of that nature. We'll see though.
Jesse, Bate just did it. Bate just.
Nope. And Chad Gable took off the top turnbuckle there.
Then not for too long.
Yeah, the ref got back very quick.
Not over on Monday Night Raw, Jesse. We got great referees. Oh, okay.
You thought I was gonna put you in that?
I did.
And Gable cheering on Kurt here.
A lot of talk about Jade. Very excited for her. Don't know when she debuts.
Woo. I think next week.
I think
good
I really do like her taking some time to get adjusted. Do you think she skips NXT?
Completely.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
There's a lot of talent there. Don't get me wrong. Becky's the champion there right now. Tiffany Stratton, Roxanne Perez, Gigi Dolan.
That's
she could work with all those people. But
see, that's the only thing I guess I can see her see is her face Becky and take the title off of Becky. But I don't even think that's necessary.
No,
it's not necessary.
All. Yeah.
And I think honestly, you get more from Becky. One, Becky deserves something right now. Give her that. Let her chew on it for a bit.
For sure.
And you know, come Mania time, she'll be ready for something different.
Yeah, I think because she's the main event.
I do like
Becky and Tiffany.
Yeah, and I'm excited to watch that. And I do like even just the woo.
Oh, I understand. Interesting. Okay. Tyler Bates.
I do like the idea of Becky Lynch going back, getting that title that she never grabbed. She was kind of ashamed of her
Grand Slam champion now. She deserves it.
Yeah, I think it works.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were not pleased with the Trish Stratus rivalry. So like this is kind of like the
she made up for it with that last match.
Yeah, with her beating Tiffany Stratton for sure. Angle slam. Could that be it for Tyler Bate?
It could be.
Pinfall, middle of the ring. 1, 2, and a kick out.
Tyler Bate, just surviving another minute with the legend.
Power slam. But yeah, Jade Cargill's ready for the main show. Ready for the main roster for sure. It's all a matter of time. That's all that matters. Do you know she's married to Brandon Phillips?
Yeah, actually.
Former Cincinnati Red.
I saw that.
Great second baseman.
I saw I don't know who the hell Brandon Phillips is. Actually.
If I showed you a picture, you'd be like, oh, how could I forget?
Yeah, actually, I do. Now that you say Cincinnati Red. What? Is he? He's not still playing, right?
No, he's retired.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been retired.
Which is why I know him, because I only know baseball players from 10 years ago and beyond. Yeah, but actually, I do know that name, and I was. Oh no!
Beginning.
Of no! Rope break. Let's go!
Oh, we reached in time.
Wait! Oh no!
Another one.
Oh wow! I didn't see that.
Oh, he sits down with it. Come on, Kurt. And he taps Tyler Bate out.
0-3 for Tyler Bate. Say it ain't so.
Kurt Angle with a good performance. Hit that angle slam. Back-to-back ankle locks.
I like how he corrected himself, Jesse.
Yeah, he sat down with it, added a little bit more leverage. You know, brought him back closer to the middle of the ring. Great win for Kurt Angle. He is now 500. And beating, a former champion in our universe mode, Tyler Bate. It's a good win for him. Excited to see where he goes from here because I know he wanted to become tag team champions with his protege, Chad Gable. That could still be a thing for sure, but I think Kurt Angle, a talent like him, he might even want to be a dual champion.
Jesse, I mean, you got to see Booker T, a man from his era, a man that he knows very, very well, Jesse.
Yeah, man, he feuded with TNA and WWE.
And he sees Booker T coming back, paraded in gold. Kurt Angle never really got that second run in WWE. He had that great first run, an all-time run. And then he left, and by the time he came back, he was a shadow of what he was. He was definitely a more broken man. So we're gonna see if maybe this is his second life, and I'm excited for the season Kurt Angle can possibly have. It's only up from here. 1-1. Tag team that is at least 1-1, if not 2-1.
I think 2-1. They lost to Brock and Moran, which they're the champions.
They're the champions at this point, and I want to see the rematch still.
Oh yeah, Kurt Angle and Brock. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, that's coming. Don't worry about that. Kurt Angle versus Nakamura. Kurt Angle versus anybody in my roster.
Cody.
Riddle. Cody. We'll talk about
we
Riddle,
gotta
I
talk
guess.
about
Yeah,
Riddle
we gotta
too.
talk about Riddle.
Did you see the video?
Yeah.
That's rough.
The man as his partner, Chad Gable. I would love to see that matchup.
Yeah.
We just saw the Tyler Bate matchup. I'm sure I could think of a bunch of more names.
Sami Zayn.
Seth, Sammy, KO. Man, it's gonna be a fun season for Kurt Angle.
Solo.
We're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of Solo, you'll see him up next. Let's do it. All right, and for the main event of the evening, I could let Big E do the introducing if I really wanted to, Jesse. This is going to be a fun match. I can't wait for this one. We know these teams know each other very, very well. And honestly, I never get tired of seeing either of them. So you're gonna keep seeing them. Yes, it is true. It's damn true. It's New Day. And man, we got Kofi Kingston in action tonight. Xavier Woods still, he's been actually, I had to mute the man, Jesse. He's been texting me way too much, saying that he wants another match, and we've just been booked on Monday Night Raw. And he got to get back to 500. That's a goal of his this season, so he can get another championship shot. My former champion in the background, but he's been pretty good in support of his brothers thus far. He's been blowing that trombone. There's been times he gave it to Kofi Kingston, gave it to Big E, and they've been blowing it with him, Jesse. So they've been having a great time. They both did decent in the tournament. Kofi Kingston and Big E both got eliminated probably a little earlier than they would like to. But
yeah, Finn Balor ran away with that.
Finn Balor beat Kofi, I believe, and Brock Lesnar beat Big E. You know, things just happen. It's hard to win every match. That's what we found out. But it's gonna be hard to win tonight, because in the main event we got none other than it's just me, Oos. Down since day one-ish, main event, Jey Uso. I'm geeked about this one, Jesse. I've been geeked about Jey Uso this season. He's looked good. He is 2-1.
I think he lost to Finn.
Yeah.
No, it was Seth.
Yeah, no.
Because Finn and Seth were the last two.
Both of these gentlemen are 2-1, Jesse, and yeah, Jey Uso lost to Seth, and
it was a good match too.
Kofi lost to Balor, and that's where we're at now. And these are two people that made it again decently far in the tournament, and I want to see maybe the what if they got matched up together in the same bracket, how things would have played out. So we're about to see, and honestly, this is going to be a big match for contention. Period. These are two people that have one of the better records on Monday Night Raw, and to get your record to 3-1, my champion's 3-0. You're not that far away. You know, you're one bad performance from being there, and we are gonna see tonight. I am Jey Uso,
and I am Kofi.
Jess, I feel like every time I see you, there's always so much to talk about. So, real quick, for fan engagement alone, because sometimes I'm bad at it. Who would you guys like to see Jade Cargill as her first opponent? I'm genuinely curious. And when do you think she'll debut? All right, thank you. Got that out the way. Second, Jesse. Do we want to cover Matt Riddle in this episode? I guess briefly.
We can a little bit.
Honestly, we can cover all the cuts.
Yeah, the thing I wanted to say, I actually put it in the Discord, guys. If you haven't watched, Kurt Angle was on Joe Rogan Experience. It was a very good podcast. He talked about his career, his painkiller addiction. It was actually a very, very good podcast. I think it was about 2 hours long.
Speaking of Kurt,
nice little move there from Jey Uso. If you guys don't want to watch it in full, break it up into like 30-minute bits. Come back to it if you want. Also, his documentary on Peacock, Angle, also covered his career in the Olympics, his WWE career, and his TNA career. Also worth the watch. It was about, I think, 2.5 hours long.
Did that cover his his addiction to?
Oh yeah, like very
in depth.
Yeah, very deep depth. But yeah, watch that podcast on Joe Rogan Experience, guys, with Kurt Angle. And I would honestly even watch the documentary. I learned a lot more about Kurt Angle than I initially knew. I knew he had that addiction. I know he had a broken freaking neck. Obviously, he always quoted that. But yeah, the documentary was really good. The podcast was really good. That was the only other thing I wanted to cover during the Kurt Angle match, but we didn't get to it because we were talking about Jade Cargill.
We've been talking about a lot, and I just like talking to you.
The thing you were just referring to, Matt Riddle, yeah, that video that got released today on TMZ was rough.
I mean,
clearly intoxicated.
I didn't really hear what he said. I was at work when I saw it, so I kind of saw it in passing, not really on a little 10-minute or break, whatever I was on.
Yeah, clearly intoxicated. Just sucks because he's one of those guys where I could just tell him being in that fun little mood of he had a little bit too much to drink. He could kind of be. I wouldn't say a little kid, but he could kind of be out of pocket. Yo, calm down, you're in public, relax kind of deal. And knowing he's famous, he works for the WWE, or did work for the WWE. And the whole 9 yards, and then the fact that he got into it with one of the security guys. Oh, he's floating. That's why his name is Jason. Yeah, I know he wasn't pleased with how the airport handled the situation, but when you're intoxicated in public around hundreds of thousands of people traveling in and out of whatever airport he was at, I mean, what can you do as a police officer or security, the whole 9 yards? So I don't know too much about the story. I know he wasn't really happy with how the situation was handled. And I know he wasn't really liked backstage over the last year or so, ever since Triple H became the head of creative, really, and Vince left. So it just sucks because I actually loved Matt Riddle a lot. Really good wrestler, funny, had a good character. The only thing really that I really wanted to see from him being in WWE was a heel turn, and that would have been against Randy Orton at a WrestleMania match, but we'll never see the light of day because he got cut. So it is what it is. He'll be missed. Rated RKO, not rated RKO. RK Bro was legendary. He was a good United States champion. He was at NXT. He had a cool run there. He was cool, man. He was a good wrestler. Definitely be missed for sure. But when you're not liked backstage and you're intoxicated pretty heavily in public, and WWE just sold globally to Endeavor, and that's just a bad look, and WWE got rid of him. Sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask a lot of people, they'll probably tell you the writing was on the wall for a little bit. And it might just be Dana White had his own troubles with him too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he might just be too troubled of a person at the moment right now. Maybe he can clean up his act. Maybe he can,
I think he goes to AEW very quickly. Within probably by beginning of next year, he'll be with AEW for sure.
I mean, I wonder
he's too big of a talent.
I wonder how many of these cuts. I didn't feel like the cuts were that bad. Dolph Ziggler hurts, but
Shelton.
I get the idea of why you have to cut Dolph Ziggler. He's been with the company for 15 probably years at this point.
Here we go with the bloodline.
As always, he should, Jesse. What do you need?
Always
super kick
in every match.
But yeah, I mean, Dolph Ziggler,
sucks.
Yeah,
great wrestler.
How much matches are you really getting out of him a year? That you care about. Exactly, and then I'm sure because he's been there for a while, world champion, probably a Hall of Famer, should be a Hall of Famer.
100%.
He's getting paid a bag. You're gonna pay that guy a bag for
to lose
a few good games a year. It's just
no, it makes sense business wise.
I get it. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he'll come back on a different type of deal. Maybe he'll come back in a backstage role. Maybe who knows? Maybe NXT. I have no idea. Jey Uso's cooking. That's what I know.
He looks great.
But
yeah, I'll miss Dolph.
I'll miss Dolph. Sure. I would. That's one person I would low key I would like if he were to go to AEW and have like a little jolt in his career,
yeah, 100%.
similar to Christian right now.
I think he goes to AEW like 120%.
I don't know if he does wrestling. I don't know if he's.
I know he's interested in movies. I've heard that on Twitter. Nice Samoan drop there from Jey, so that could be it. I'm stunned. Coming up to the top. Blue splash. Looking to hit here, and it does.
That's how a main eventer does it, Jesse.
Oh!
Wow.
I thought I was going to lose that.
I thought you were going to lose, too. That's heartbreaking. But yeah, man. I'm excited for, in general, this next little phase of WWE. It's going to be a good time.
Oh! Okay.
And Kofi Kingston.
Middle of the ring here. 1, 2. Just 2.
Trying to even up tides, and you know how quickly the former world champion can change the direction of the match. And SOS misses super kick. Could that and you're not done. You're starting to see the chemistry, Jesse. These two people are very familiar with each other in tag team classics, in Hall of Fame matches. When it comes down to it, when Uso gets inducted, the New Day might have to be the ones doing the speech. That's how real it gets.
I would hope so. I hope they both induct each other into the Hall of Fame. That's just would be a class act from New Day.
Xavier, get out of my way.
The Usos. Oh, there was a second reversal there. I completely missed it. Oh! Oh, right onto the trombone.
He let the trombone down. I can't believe him.
Just like he let you down when he lost to Booker T. Oh, and he let it down again. Set it down.
Come on. Let's finish this, Oos. Let's finish this!
Oh! Big E loves what he sees there. Trouble in Paradise! Misses again for the third time, I believe, in the match.
Jay just getting out of the way. What a way to end things tonight, Jesse.
Yeah, good match. These guys know each other obviously very well over the years. They've been wrestling probably for 7 years now.
Real quick, who else might have got cut? Like, I know there was obviously NXT names. Elias with boobs. Okay, those are two.
Dana Brooke is finally gone. Woohoo! Yeah, Christian and I did not like her. She was never talented. Sorry. Aaliyah.
No, Dana Brooke.
Aaliyah. I actually thought she had potential, truthfully. It's just she was never really booked. I think she was dealt with injuries too, and that's probably it for Kofi.
Jesse, that gotta be it. That has to be it. Main event, Jey Uso in the main event wins another match. He has been on a tear this season, and that tear will continue. Let's go.
Good match from Jey Uso, getting back in the win column, like you said.
3-1.
Yeah, he
good record.
He looks good in the main event. Obviously, Jimmy and Solo in his corner didn't really get involved too much in that match. Got involved for the little 5-second like distraction there on Kofi Kingston, but really didn't matter too much because Kofi Kingston, other than hitting the SOS, he couldn't hit his finisher, couldn't hit that Trouble in Paradise. He attempted it like 2 or 3 times. Jey Uso reversed, had Kofi hurt, blue splash, and has another victory under his belt. Jey Uso is now 3-1.
Jesse, I'm 2-1. Feeling good.
Yeah, at least I won one.
You did. Granted, you were Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
But it was a good Raw, good show. We saw the results. I love the fact Damage Control is going home with the win, and Kurt Angle evens up his record 500. Heartbreaker for Tyler Bate, 0-3. I gotta see who else is 0-3 on my roster. I think there's one person who's 0-3. It might be Montez Ford. I gotta double check.
It was a good match.
But
Ford and Bate.
bro, if they go 0-4, I don't know what to do with you. I'm sorry. You might have to get shit. I mean, or just released. It's unfortunate, but
go to AEW.
Let's see. I gotta double check. I want to say that is accurate here. I think I wrote it down somewhere. Yeah, I think no. Wesley got a dub, and they already. I don't know. I gotta double check if Ford is 0-3 or not. Yeah. I got Bate versus Ford Grant right there. Okay, sorry. Thinking out loud. Besides that, guys, and then obviously in the main event, Jey Uso getting another win, 3-1. I want to say I know who's next for Booker T because Cody Rhodes defended it a few times, but he hasn't confirmed nor denied anything yet. So we will see what his decision ends up being, but Booker T just had a whole tournament build up to him.
And he still walked away as champion.
Without breaking a sweat. Now, Jey Uso was in the tournament, and you can argue what would have happened if Jey Uso was in the ring that night. But that didn't happen. So, who is next for Booker T? Maybe we know, maybe we don't. That's what we'll find out over the course of the next few weeks, because I don't know if Booker T is walking into Clash of Champions with that belt. I had a fan comment the other day, hey, it looks like you're kind of rooting against Booker T. Gotta be real. As the GM, I am. Kinda. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't have Booker T in my cards of winning the championship this year.
He wasn't even drafted.
And I'm trying to book him out of it, ironically. But if he wins, he wins.
Yeah.
And we're going to see, at this point, he's solidified his title reign. He gets a rematch clause. He's in it for real. And we're going to see what's next for him. But I might want to have him defend before Clash of Champions. We'll see how things line up. But
yeah,
Jesse,
I have the next pay-per-view in 2 weeks.
You do. And Raw is just going to have nothing but great episodes and championship matches, starting with next week when we see Ronda Rousey take on Rhea Ripley once again for the Raw Women's Championship, this time in a steel cage. I can't wait for that one. I got to see what else might be on my card for next week, but that's going to be the one I announced for right now, Jesse. So I'm excited. Yeah. Good show. Good catching up. We'll catch up some more on SmackDown. We got to record a few things today, but that's all I got for tonight. Are you good?
Yeah. SmackDown up next.
Let's
do it.
Do
a good match. Well, I'm not gonna preview it now, but got some good matches.
Can you tease us with anything? Give us
hopefully
anything.
one match there's a winner because they're both losers. They both 0-3. It'll be Gunther, Eddie Guerrero in the main event.
Come on,
SmackDown.
just
we'll see.
That's all you gotta hear, folks. Gunther and Eddie Guerrero.
It could be a draw. It could be a count out, and they could both still be walking out of there with no win. But
that would be funny. That would be funny.
I would just trade it.
No, you never know what happens over Eddie Guerrero.
But main event, Eddie Guerrero versus Gunther.
That's all you gotta say.
Hopefully one of those guys will walk away with a victory because they were on my draft board pretty high. So they need to start rolling here because we're about halfway through the season.
Yeah.
So.
And I want to see who's gonna win this week. I didn't put a poll last week. Life be busy, man. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I didn't put a poll the last time we had some matches, but I should for this week. And if I don't, ladies and gents, please be on my ass. Hit me up in the Discord. Yo, where's the poll? Hit me up in the comment section. Yo, where's the poll? Just show up to my house, knock on my... No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. But you know what I mean? Make the point across. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed Raw. I know you're going to enjoy SmackDown. Tune into both. We'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Join that Discord to extend the conversation. And go listen to Demoitis everywhere you can listen to music.
Ring the bells, guys. Get our new updated videos. I'll see you all.
The other side of the universe.
Peace.
I got vices, I'm vices. I'm in crisis, I write this. I feel a little lost inside my mind, I can't find it. I see visions, I'm psychic. I try to use it as guidance, but truth be told, I know nothing. I told you different, I'm lying. I don't know shit, I be cool. I don't know shit,